Kylian Mbappe is definitely one of the best players in the world. His journey to becoming a top footballer is unbelievable too, with him leading Monaco in an amazing Champions League campaign, to then being the face of PSG alongside superstars like Neymar and Messi, and then also being the captain of his country, France. Well, let's take a look at the rise of Mbappe's career. Kylian Mbappe was born on December 20th, 1998 in the capital Paris, France, but was specifically raised in the northeastern suburb called Bondy. Fun fact, he was born in the same year when France won their first World Cup. What a coincidence for Mbappe to be born around the same time as that. Anyways, Mbappe was born into a pretty athletic family, with his Algerian mother being a former handball player and his Cameroonian father being a football coach, who is now also Mbappe's agent as well. Also, Kylian's younger brother, Ethan Mbappe, is a professional footballer as well, with him also playing for PSG. Safe to say, sports runs through Mbappe's blood. Anyways, Mbappe quickly fell in love with the beautiful game after watching the likes of his idols, Zinedine Zidane and Cristiano Ronaldo play football, and Mbappe would always love to imitate them in the streets of Paris when he would play football. Kylian eventually wanted to play for a club, so when he was 6 years old, he began his career at AS Bondy, where he would be coached by his father Wilfred. Eventually, with Kylian being seen as highly talented, he moved on to an elite French academy called Clairefontaine, where he would put in numerous impressive performances, having the likes of Real Madrid, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, and Bayern Munich all wanting to sign him. In fact, Real Madrid were the closest, because when Mbappe was 11, Madrid invited him to train with their under-12s and also visit the club's facilities, which is where he had the iconic photo with Cristiano Ronaldo when he was younger. Chelsea were also pretty close to swinging Mbappe as well, convincing him to play a game for their youth team against Charlton Athletic. However, regardless of all the top European clubs' interests, Mbappe eventually settled on joining a fellow Ligue 1 club, AS Monaco, who were going through an insane rebuild phase after just being bought out by a Russian billionaire. Monaco also just got promoted into Ligue 1 after winning Ligue 2 the prior season, and they meant to do real damage in the top division of France, with them signing the likes of Radamel Falcao for 50 million euros, for example. Also, Monaco were completely restructuring their youth setup, which might have swayed Mbappe to join them, since he could be leading the youth team with all the restructuring going on. Anyways, Mbappe was initially brought in to be a mainstay with the Monaco B team. However, his level of skill and maturity got him promoted to the senior squad after just 3 weeks. And then 2 months later, on December 2nd, 2015, he made his senior debut against Cannes after coming on in the 88th minute, making him Monaco's youngest ever first team player, aged at just 16 years and 347 days old, beating the old record set by a French striker that Mbappe receives a lot of comparisons to, Thierry Henry. Then 2 months later, on February 20th, 2016, Mbappe scored his first goal for the club, and it was a stoppage time goal in Ligue 1 against Troyes, where Monaco won 3-1. He scored the goal at the age of 17 years and 62 days old, becoming the youngest first team goal scorer in Monaco's history, once again dethroning Thierry Henry for holding that record. 1 month after that, Mbappe signed his first professional contract with Monaco, and it was a 3-year deal until the summer of 2019. Let's now move on to the 16-17 season, which was Mbappe's breakthrough and statement campaign for Monaco. That's because in the season, he got 28 goals and 14 assists in a total of 46 games, at just 18 years old. During the season, Mbappe had a lot of iconic moments for Monaco as well. For example, he scored his first hat-trick for Monaco in December in a 7-0 win against Rennes in the Coupe de la Ligue round of 16. This was the first hat-trick scored by any Monaco player in the competition since 1997. Then in February 2017, Mbappe got his first Ligue 1 hat-trick of his career in a 5-0 home win over Metz at just 18 years and 2 months old, making him the youngest player to score a Ligue 1 hat-trick since 2005. Right after that, in the beginning of March, Mbappe scored 2 goals in a 4-0 win against Nantes, making him the youngest player in the last 30 years to hit 10 goals in the league. This is all fine, but Mbappe made a serious name for himself in the Champions League, where the entire world was taking notice. That's because in the Champions League round 16 first leg game against Manchester City, Mbappe scored Monaco's second goal, becoming the second youngest French scorer in Champions League history, only behind Karim Benzema. However, Monaco lost his game 5-3. It didn't matter though, because in the second leg, Mbappe made the score 1-0 for Monaco at just the 8th minute, and this eventually contributed in a 3-1 win over Man City, helping the club advance to the quarterfinals on away goals. Then in the quarterfinals against Borussia Dortmund, Mbappe won a penalty and scored 2 goals as Monaco won the away leg 3-2, and then in the second leg, Mbappe scored the opening goal as Monaco won and advanced to the Champions League semi-finals. A few years back, Monaco was playing in League 2, and now they were going to be in a Champions League semi-final. That's insane, and a huge reason for this is obviously because of Kylian Mbappe. Sadly though, Monaco were eliminated by Juventus in the semi-finals 4-1 on aggregate, but Mbappe did score Monaco's only goal in the tie, so there's that. It's not a sad ending for Monaco and Mbappe this season though, because with Mbappe's impressive performances, Monaco won the Ligue 1 title, a perfect parting gift from Mbappe. Over the summer of 2017, Unai Emery, the coach of PSG at the time, was talking to Kylian Mbappe, giving him his word that he will play a lot under him. Plus, PSG staff were working hard to convince Mbappe to join their project, like for example, going to Mbappe's house and talking to his parents to sell them the project. This was all to show Mbappe that PSG really wanted him and were willing to do whatever it takes to sign him. Mbappe saw this and accepted PSG's personal terms, and not long long after that, PSG accepted a full transfer of Kylian Mbappe to the capital for a rumored amount of 145 million euros plus 35 million euros in add-ons, making him the most expensive teenager ever. PSG were splashing the cash this summer as well, because a month prior to signing Mbappe, they signed Neymar for over 200 million euros, the most expensive player of all time. And now they just signed Mbappe, the second most expensive player of all time.